at the end of this session, you should have known it. What is that thing that will be a game changer for you with regards to the topic of the day, which is job hunting strategy? So I'll be opening my slides. To get my desired job. Okay, that's from Olawale. Olawale said to get my desired job. Can you see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. Okay. I want to learn how I can present and market myself to get my desired job. Okay, that's by Johnson. I believe after the session, I should be able to job hunt strategically and meet my goals eventually. That's coming from Aziz. Good one. To get job at ease. That is from Chizobam. Okay. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for the day. Where's my slide again? Okay. Okay, so let me make it, put it on a slideshow. Okay, so our topic is job hunting strategy, how to secure a job. We've talked about your expectations. So the learning objective for this session, at the end of this session, participants should be able to mention creative ways of searching and applying for a job. There are normal ways in which people look for a job. But this course is expected, will show you some creative ways beyond thinking outside the box approach.
That's not even what happened. Jabba on the two printers down. I don't know the light is expecting.
Please, can you mute your mic? Please, everybody mute your mic if you have not already done so, so that we don't have sight. So, like I said, I will share with you simple approach that I have used myself. These are not theories. I'm going to share with practical tips that I've used myself and I've mentored other people to use to get jobs, internship positions. And I'm sure if you pay attention well, you'll be able to identify some things that you can immediately apply. So identify what you are doing wrong in your job search effort. Some of us are approaching our job search in a very, very wrong way. How to use LinkedIn to get a job. I'll talk briefly about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an entire class of its own. So because of the limitation of the duration of this session, we may not be able to deep dive into LinkedIn, but I'll just talk about the basic things that you should look at for when using LinkedIn. Then finally, developing an effective job hunting plan. So as a job seeker, you must have a plan, a written plan that you follow, that you use on a daily, weekly basis in approaching your job. Remember, there's this popular saying that says, he who fails to plan, plans to fail. So you must have a plan to be able to approach your job strategically. So let's go straight. I won't waste your time. So I want to ask a question that we can ponder on. Why should anyone hire you? So there are two questions. So I want to ask, let's try and make this thing very interactive, because I believe that's the only way we can learn. So if you are doing anything, just hold on, let that in pause, because this is very important. And focus and make sure you participate. So So my question is, why should anyone hire you? So I'm asking anyone. So you can just, you may want to unmute yourself and answer that question if you understand. People say nobody's giving me job. Okay, so Gideon has raised up his hand. So Gideon, why should anyone hire you in the first place? Yes, you want job. Why should they hire you?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Gideon.
I believe people should hire me because I'm bringing value to their company, to their organization. Thank you.
What value? Because that's a generic word. Yes, value. What exactly is the value you are bringing?
I mean, a value that will boost the company positively.
You have not told me what value. What exactly is the value? What is it that you are selling to me as an employer? Okay, so talk. What job would you like to do? What job are you?
Okay, I'm a data analyst actually.
Yeah. Okay. So you're interested in data analyst role. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Okay. So let me reframe the question so that it will be more practical. So there's a company, this is your dream company.
Okay.
And there's a data analyst role. For an entry position for a data analyst role. There are a lot of people. But this HR just walk up to you. Gideon, I learned that you applied for this role. I'd like to know, why should we hire you? We have a lot of people around. Can you tell me why we should hire you? What will you tell that HR person? The HR manager.
Okay, let me say, because I am experienced in that field. Can I use that I am experienced in that field? Or because I am the kind of experience I've had, I've improved on it.
Okay, you're still using generic words. You have not told me specific things that you have done. I can work hard, I will bring value, I am experienced. Those are generic words. It doesn't give me specific things that you have done. Yes, you are experienced. What is that experience that you are bringing in? You have not told me anything.
Okay, I've worked. Let me say this. I've worked as a freelancer at an organization where I serve as their data analyst, and were able to provide solutions to some issues the company were having at that point in time.
Okay. So let's hear from Amos raised up his hand. Amos, why should anyone hire you for that role that you're looking for?
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
And in a situation whereby HR asked me, why should we hire you? Yeah, I will respond. My response will be, you should hire me because I have the skills that requires for me to execute that particular job that you are looking for. That would be my answer to he or she that asked me such a question. Thank you.
Okay, so let me talk to a female this time. Chizoba. So assume the same question, but this time I want you to look at, let's make it practical. Assume it is the role that you are looking for, that you applied for, and the HR manager asks you this question. Chizoba, why should we hire you for this role that you applied for? Why is it you? Why not the rest, any of the rest people who applied? What would you tell the HR manager? Chizoba, you raised up your hand now. Unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say that you should hire me because I have 3 years experience working as a graphic designer in a very similar environment. I worked as a graphic designer and I possess skills like problem solving skills. I was able to solve, I was able to design, to give creative, beautiful designs for the company. Even when we were having projects, I did all their outgoing designs for print and the ones for the company. I I feel I have what it takes to fill the requirements of this job. I That's just all I can think of.
Okay. 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 So yeah, so I see a lot of hands being raised. So I'll ask one more person, but the last question. If you were you, would you hire yourself? Knowing what you know about yourself, you know all your weaknesses, you know all your strengths. Would you hire yourself and why? So I will ask that question to, I hope I pronounce this name well, Atinuke. Did I pronounce that name well? Sorry if I didn't pronounce it.
Yes, you're right, sir. Is okay?
Atinuke, okay. If it
Yes,
was, if you were you, would
okay.
you hire you? So I'm splitting you into two.
So, yeah.
If you were you, knowing what you know about yourself, would you hire somebody like you? So let me paint it again. Let's assume, Atinuke, you have a business, a very, very successful business, and you're looking for somebody to fill a role, the kind of role that you yourself, you are interested in. And somebody applied. This person that applied is an exact replica of you in terms of behavior, attitude, weakness, strength, everything about you, the same, nothing, no more, no less. Knowing what you know about yourself, would you hire you and why? Why?
Okay. Would I hire me? Yes, I'll
Yes.
hire me.
Why?
And why would I hire me? Number one, I'll say as a customer service representative with 3 years experience, I am a very patient person, capable of dealing with irate and demanding customers. I can think out of the box, and also I have exceptional problem solving skills. And I'll also say I'm a team player, and as well I can think out of the box. I can think out of the box, and as well I can put how will I put it? I can empathize with people. I put people problem first. Like I can put myself in your shoes and how you're feeling. So I believe with these skills of mine, I can say I can hire me because that is what is mostly expected from a customer service person. And I'll also say I have a great communication skills. So I think with all this, if the person has all these skills that is required, why not? I can hire me.
Okay. Okay, that's a good one. So thank you for the response so far. I see a lot of hands, but we have so many to cover. So I'm trying to manage them. So forgive me if I did not call on you. But don't worry, like I said, this session is very interactive and there will be numerous opportunity for us to respond. So you can put your hands down now so that when I ask another question, I don't confuse that you are raising up your hand for that question when you are not really doing that. So I like the response from you guys, but so I will analyze some of the response you have shared. You know, when somebody asks you, and this is why so many people do not get job, because they are not very specific in selling themselves. And when you say, I work under pressure, I have problem solving skills, anybody can claim anything. Don't ever use the word, I have this and end there, without showing a proof or evidence to justify that you really have that skill. So for example, if you say, I deal with irate customers, you give an example of how you did that in the past, or of an award that you won in your last place of work as the best customer service person. Because again, anybody can claim that I'm a problem solver. I know how to handle customer. Anybody can say that. You want to always show evidence of whatever you are claiming. So if you say you're a problem solver, don't just tell me you're a problem solver. Everybody says so. What is the last difficult problems that you solved? So you say, I'm a problem solver. For example, in my previous job, there was a time when we did not have enough financial resources to pursue a project. I was able to think of a resourceful way to execute that project with the little finance we had. The project was successful, and we were able to reach out to over 120 young people in a suburb area. You see how specific that is? So anything that you claim, I'm a very good team player, I have good leadership skills. What are the evidence that show you have leadership skills? For example, you could say, during my NYC, for example, I was the leader of my fellowship. My fellowship was I'm just using fellowship as an example. Can use anything. We were just 10 of us, but we grew to over 20 as a result of my leadership. You know, you are not just a leader by name, but you performed well as a leader. So anytime you are claiming anything, I'm a good problem solver, I'm a good graphic artist. In the last place that I worked, I designed over 123, for example, banners for both social media and prints. You know, using specific number is also good. You know, it gives me the scope of what you can do. For example, as a customer service in my last place of work, I meet an average of 50 clients in a day, attending to 50 clients. I now understand the level of work that you do on a daily basis. You know, so you are making it more concrete, more tangible, more real, you know, with facts and evidence, using numbers, using evidences to justify whatever you are putting out. So rather than say, I work under pressure. In fact, when I hear that word, it irritates me because it means nothing, literally nothing. You must be able to justify it by showing evidence that you truly work under pressure. And you have to do this very sharp, no long story. That's why we call it an elevator pitch. It has to be sharp, sharp, sharp. Within 30 seconds, you're able to justify why you say you have problem skill. You say you think outside of the box. What have you done in the past that shows that you think outside of the box? Meaning that you are going to tell me something that is beyond the normal, beyond the average way of normal thing that people will think about. You think completely differently. You have to show me that evidence. So I don't know if this is clear. So and this comes with practice. You have to sit down one day and say, how can I sell myself? And you write it down. If a HR person walks up to me, we have this position. Do you think you can do this job? Yes, I can do it. I work hard a lot. Bros, Oga, that is not the best way to sell yourself. Don't tell people that you work hard. Anybody can claim I work hard. Please tell me an example in the past of where you have worked hard. So you talk about your achievements, you talk about the award that has been given to you as a result. I was the second best, you know, those kind of things. I've served over 120 customers every day or every week. I handle a budget size of 1.2 million in a month. You know, it gives me concrete thing. As a project leader for this team, I was handling a budget size of 1.2 million, and I ensured the judicious utilization of that project. It gives me an idea of what you can do, being concrete and being specific. I hope this is clear and understood. So let's move to the next one. So first things first, change your perspective about your job search. See, if I had the time, I would have spent even more than 30 minutes on our mindset alone. Because your mindset regarding your approach to job search will either make or mar you. And this is what I mean. Look, you are not looking for a job to survive. Oh, so that I can pay house rent. Oh, so that I can help my younger ones. Yes, it is true that you need this job and you need to earn a source of living. But that cannot be the purpose why you want to work. There must be a higher purpose. So a job is an opportunity to demonstrate your talents, your gift, your skills, your experience, and potentials. So don't see a job as, please, oh, I need money. No, that is not what the job is all about. A job is just a platform to express what God has put inside of you. And secondly, you must be clear on what value you are bringing to the table. Some people are just looking for a job. They are not clear about what is that thing that I carry that every employer will be happy to have. That when they employ me, they'll say, wow, thank God we employed Atinuke. Ever since we employed her, this thing has changed. Is that thing clear for you? Because if it is not clear for you, it's going to affect you during the interview. Because the way you approach your interview, you look at it as if they are helping you. Because you're not sure of what you are giving them also. If you are very clear on what you are also giving them, because a job is an exchange. Yes, they are paying you, but you also are giving them value. So it's an exchange. So you must be conscious of that value. It's not something you say, I know I'm hardworking. Sometimes you have to sit down, which is what I do, by the way. You sit down, what do I even have that employers are looking for? Do I really have something? You start writing them down, your skills, maybe your attitudes to work, your knowledge, the people that you know in that industry. You begin to just write those things that makes you an asset, not a liability. You write them down. So that when you're having this interview, you know that you carry something. Because if you're not conscious of the value that you bring, this inferiority complex will affect you. You'll be talking as if you are begging the person. That confidence will not naturally be there because you're not sure of what you are bringing to the table. So you must approach your job search like somebody who carries a value. And it should be clear in your head that anybody that hires me is lucky. And please, you're not saying this to psych yourself. You are saying the word, the person is lucky because these are the specific things that I've identified that I have. And if you don't have it, then it's incumbent on you to start developing the skills and experience and knowledge and network so that whoever employs you will be glad and be happy and say, wow, we are lucky to have this person. So you have to have that consciousness. It's extremely important. So let's have a class activity. If you're an employer and you had a vacancy to fill an urgent role, how would you approach filling up the vacancy? Explain the rationale for your approach. Things to consider: the urgency of the vacancy, the limited budget, the ability to find the right talent. So I'm going to ask this question. So let me make it even more interesting. Let's say this role is, which role should we pick? Let's pick customer service role, for example. So you have a business, you think of yourself now as the person hiring. You have a business, that requires that customers always walking. You have a section for customer service. These customer service are people who try to explain for customers about their product and services, who also handle complaints. And your business relies on quality customer experience. Your business do well based on customer service experience. This role is very urgent. Maybe one of your staff just resigned and left the job, traveled out, maybe even Japa, as we will say it, and you want to fill that role urgently. How would you fill that role? Remember, it is urgent. You have a very limited budget. You don't have so much money, maybe to pay for advert on radio and all that. How would you approach filling that role? What would you do? What are the subsequent actions you take to find that person and fill up that role? That's the question. So let's have one or two people respond. Okay, Daniel, let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Daniel.
Yes, sir. So my approach would be to because of the urgency that is involved, I would like to source for the candidates from the
Hello, your network is dragging. I don't know if it's only me that is experiencing that.
Because of the urgency that is involved, and then I'll just throw it to the existing staffs if anyone is interested. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Your network is dragging.
The line is breaking, please.
It's breaking, yeah. Okay, let's have somebody attempt it while you sort out your.
Is this fair now?
Hello. Okay, Chima, let's have you. Sharp.
All right, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Chima.
Okay, based on the urgency, I'll actually look at staffs that that perform excellently well, and I would ask them to recommend based on the urgency and the budget involved. So I'll ask them to recommend. So instead of throwing it open, and since there's no time, I'll just ask them to recommend for the company.
Yeah, beautiful. Any other person? Umba, want to say something? Umba, let's have you. What will be your approach? It's a little bit noisy. Okay, so let me go. Let's just do this. Okay, Chima said he will recommend, he will ask, especially. Please, can you mute your mic? There's noise. Please, everybody should mute their mic. There's a whole lot of noise. Please, let's mute our mic. Okay, thank you. So Chima, I love what Chima said, especially. He said that he will talk to, that shows he's very strategic. I just love that. He said he will talk to some of his best staff and ask them to recommend. Nice thing. And this is an example of what happens actually. The first thing that people do when there is a job vacancy, the number one first thing that they do is to ask people around. See, by the time you see any advert regarding job, online, WhatsApp, or what have you, they must have exhausted all these channels and they did not find. Hence, this was their last resort. So what does that tell you? So this diagram tells us that employers feel from within first, meaning they ask their employees, they ask their friends, they ask their network after they have exhausted this before they now go to maybe put it online on WhatsApp, on social media, and things like that. But when job hunters are looking for a job, they start by applying for what they see online. What that means is, so the idea is that how do you access jobs that are not on social media? That is what you should be thinking as somebody who is strategic. Because by the time the job appears on social media, many people will see it. You have issues in terms of competition. Because it's not only you that have 2-1. If you like have masters in UK, there are so many people. You know, the competition is steep. So what you want to do is that there are a lot of jobs that are not publicized. How can I get those jobs even before they are publicized? That is somebody who is strategic in his thinking. Like I said, remember, for every job that is on social media, there are a lot of eyeballs to that jobs, and you are not the only one. So your approach to job hunting must start from, which is, who do I know? Have you heard this thing? If you don't know any person in Nigeria, you can't get a job. I'm sure most of you have heard it. Well, I don't really believe it, but let's say I even believe it. The question is, why don't you start knowing people? We say, if you don't have connection in this country, you can't do anything. Then build your connection. And here's the beautiful thing. Because of online, internet, it has been far easy to build network than any other age. Look, there are people who have connected with CEOs, HR managers, MDs, both locally and abroad, who I will never, ever had even have the guts to come face to face to connect with, if not for internet. Some of them have done jobs with them. I've invited them to speak. Some of them have spoken at their events, and we have done things together. People that I've never, ever physically seen, people that are high up there when it comes to experience that I wouldn't have even come close. But because of my good networking skills and ability to connect with them online. So if you say, for this country, if you don't know any person, nothing for you, then start knowing people and start doing that deliberately. That is why we have LinkedIn, for example. If you go to an event, when you collect card, you continue the connection, continue that relationship. Deliberately begin to build relationship, because it is people who are, see what Chima said. He said he will talk to his best staff to recommend for them. They will recommend people that they know that can do that job. The question is, how many people do you know in organizations? Look, see, everything I'm sharing today, I practice. The current organization that I am now, I use the same strategy that I'm sharing with you. When I joined this organization, I didn't know anybody, but I built that connection. I built that connection. So I'm not telling you what I read. I'm telling you what I have done and I've been doing in the past how many years and all that. And it's easy to build connection if you know about networking skills. We'll talk about networking skills as we go. So this is a research. I like referring to this research because it's been a long time we did this research, but this research still holds true till today because I have conversation with HR people often. And what is this research saying? We at KECC, when I was in KECC then, we ask HR managers and MDs, when you want to hire, what is your approach to hiring? What do you consider first? 25% of them say employee referrals. The same thing Chima said. 25% of them said that. The next biggest one was through LinkedIn, which is kind of similar today. If we run this research again, the difference will not be that significant. So the question is, you should always ask yourself, how are employers hiring? So that my strategy will be tied to the approach they are using the more. So if employers are hiring based on referrals, just like Chima said, and LinkedIn, meaning I should be spending more of my time in these two big areas and spending less time in, if I see things on WhatsApp, I'll just forward my application on social media. By the time you forward your application, there are over 100, 200, 300 people doing the same thing. And so your chances of being called is slim, except again, you are good in writing CV, which is, I'm sure there's a topic that you guys will go through. If you are very sound in writing CV, maybe your chances will become, the odds that things will fall in your favor will be high. So let's look at the case study. Again, I'm trying to raise, because there are a lot of things to cover. Tristan Walker, for those who read it, can you just give us a summary? What is your, can somebody give us a summary of Tristan Walker? That's that case study. Just in less than 1 minute, just give us a summary. What was the case study all about? Somebody who read it. Please, somebody should help us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will mention somebody who has not spoken at all before, so that we can have a good spread. As Peter, can you speak to us? Hope your environment where you are is not noisy, so that we can hear you clearly.
Yes, it's not.
If it's noisy, then let's go to somebody who can. I want somebody who can speak clearly to this. Johnson is clear. Okay, Peter. Okay, go ahead, Peter. Just give us a summary, less than 1 minute.
Yes, it was about the name is Christian actually. He applied for it, right? And although
Peter, your audio is not too clear. No, it's not too clear. I'm struggling myself. Yeah, I can hear you, but I can hear, I don't know, there's something, it's not sharp and clear. I can hear you, but I can hear some kind of echo, or the audio is not that.
How about now?
Okay, it's better now.
Okay, so it was about Christian Walker, who wanted to work for an organization by name Foursquare. After he had applied and was waiting to be responded to, probably by way of employment, he wasn't getting any forthcoming feedback. So rather than he being discouraged or looking to other opportunities like any other person would have done generally, he went ahead to start doing the job, like I'll call it a self-assigned role. So he went ahead, contacted the prospective customers to the organization. And when he was able to seal some of the deals with them on the behalf of the unsuspecting firm now, he now got back to the HR and asked if they would be interested to get into a partnership or a work environment, a work relationship with some prospective clients, so, which eventually landed in the job.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So I need another person to tell us about this Adora post. a post by Adora. I hope the hands that are raising up are because of Adora, not Tristan Walker. If it's Tristan Walker, please put your hands down. If you read Adora's post, please raise up your hand. Nobody read Adora's post. It was the same document. Did you get the document? Just to be sure. Okay, let's treat. Did you get the document? Okay, somebody should help us. Just a summary, sharp.
The only document we got is this Christian Walker's document.
Okay, you know what? Let's just do the Tristan Walker document. Don't worry. Maybe they will send you the post for Adora so that you can go through it. It's a very interesting post. Okay. Please unmute yourself. I can hear some noise in the background and it's kind of distracting. If your mic is on, please mute your mic, please. Okay. Wow. Let me see. Abdulaziz, please mute your mic, please. Abdulaziz.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so this Tristan Walker, like you rightly said, he applied for a job, he didn't get a job. He went to do the work that he would ordinarily do if he's in that position and pass over the partners to them. And they say, wow, this is thinking outside the box, because this is what he will actually do when he is in that role. So take, for example, you are a very good graphic designer person, and you go to a particular company, you go to their social media, and you see their graphics, and you say, man, I can do a far better job than this. These graphics that they are having here is not projecting the company well. You go to their website, man, this website, you don't need to talk too much. You take the same thing, you work on it, and show them how that thing should have been. And write a proposal that you will have to intern if at all they don't have a full-time job there. And all that you want to use your skill to be able to promote this company using your graphic design skills. That is so practical and out of the box thinking of applying for a job. I think I've done a couple of this approach in some project and some kind of job in the past. I'll just see something that is not nice. I will take it, correct it, and send it to the people, and they'll say, wow, let's have a discussion. So this is I call it the blue ocean strategy. They were not looking to employ somebody, but they just saw somebody that identified a problem and is showing a tip of the kind of solution of what they should be doing. Or maybe you see their customer service is poor, you do a research, kind of do a survey of clients that use that place. You just do a report and do some things that if they do this, their customer experience will improve. And you just send it to them and all that. Now, please, when you send, not everybody may listen to you, but if you do that to 2, 3, 4, 5 people, one is likely to give you a chance. It's likely to give you a chance. That is more strategic rather than just sending your CV like every other person. So let's listen to this video. I hope, I don't know if you can hear. How do I share this now? Let me see. Okay. Please, I have to share the video independently because I'm trying to play. It's not working. Let me see. Okay, let me share the video separately, or maybe on the YouTube. Just give me less than a minute. Sorry. Can you see the video? Can you see the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to play this video. It's just 4 minutes. Please, after everything, we'll just have maybe 2 or 3 comments of what you think regarding the video. So just please let me know if you can't hear anything. You can chat it. You can just make comment on the chat so that I can make the necessary adjustments. So here we go. Hello. Yeah, some people say they can't see the video. No, you can't see the video.
Yes, sir. It's not playing. It's just an empty background.
It's not playing at all.
Yes, it's not playing, sir. It's just the background.
It's not playing. It's not
Playing at all.
Oh, okay. 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 So just give me a minute. Bukola, please share it from your end, please. Maybe it will be better. Bukola, can you share it from your end? The same video I sent to you.
Can you hear the sound?
No,
No, we can't hear the sound.
No.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix the audio of the video. Kindly hold on, sir.
Okay, okay. Hello, can you see my video? Can you see my video?
Yes, we can.
yes.
Okay, so I'll try and play it if you can hear this one, because I'm playing it direct from the source.
And I said to myself, how can I do something different? What can I do different enough for me to see results that no one else will think of doing? An idea came to my head. I want to knock on people's doors and ask them what skills and qualities they have to become so wealthy, so that I can extract.
Were you able to hear the words?
Yes, I can hear
because
you.
it's not loud enough.
Did you hear anything or just pictures? You just saw the video.
It's not
Did you
audible enough.
It's not audible
Yes, it's not
at
audible
all.
No. It's audible, but it's not that enough.
It's not loud enough. Okay. I know what to do. Okay, don't worry. So please, let's mute our mic so that we can hear clearly. Please, everybody mute your mic. I can see some mics still on mute.
So I was sitting in college at the time and I said to myself, how can I do something different? What can I do different enough for me to see results that no one else will think of doing? An idea came to my head to go and knock on people's doors and ask them what skills and qualities they had to become so wealthy, so that I can extrapolate that and use that for myself. The pitch when I knocked on people's doors was, my name's Reggie, I'm from East London. I came to Kensington and Chelsea because I researched that this is the wealthiest area in the UK, and I just wanted to know what schools and college you had that allowed you to live in a wealthy area like this so that I can extrapolate that and use that for myself.
Hi,
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good
Good to see you as well. Okay. So I went down a private street, the second door I knocked on. A lady speaks through the intercom. She opens the door, invites me in. As we were speaking, a gentleman walks through the room. That guy was Quinton Price. At the time, Quinton was the head of Alpha Strategies at BlackRock.
First thing I started thinking about was, all right, well, let me think about how will I go into work tomorrow. I can organise for him to get some work experience.
I got there so early. I was the first one there. I think I got there like an hour early, just so I can build a good impression. It was amazing to see how many bright young people there were. But even before I got there, I didn't know you could get A stars in A level. I thought it was just A was the maximum, but then these guys were telling me, oh, I got 3 A stars and 4 A stars, and they would ask me, oh, what grade did you get in college? I was like, oh, I'm still in college, I haven't finished yet. And that's when I realized I'm actually the youngest person here, and these guys are all undergraduates. And from that day, it really altered my mind and changed the perspective I saw things, and that's when I realized, you know what, something's definitely gonna come off this, and it surely has. Afterwards, I had a meeting with my mum, Quinton. He would advise me to go to university because they'll give me the best shot to work in the financial services. I will never forget, there was one thing I heard that still resonates with me now, which was, if you want to see different results, you have to come out your comfort zone and see something different. Yeah. Even on my internship, there was 9,000 applicants, 115 of us got it, only 3 black people. On my floor right now, I'm the only black person on my floor. So it's hard, I understand where you're coming from, it's hard. So when you see a black person, you're like, we just be friends, we just be friends. So, in the corporate sector, I am a minority, and I won't hide it, I am a minority. Like, even where I work, there's diversity, but it like in every corporate environment I've been to, it can be a lot better. So I guess playing the game for me is just adapting to the surroundings around me. I wouldn't say it's conforming, but just adapting to the surroundings around me so that you can, I guess, make the biggest impact and make it the biggest difference that you can. Mom, I'm going to work. See you later. Bye.
Bye, take care.
In any hyper-competitive environment where you're a minority, you have to play the game to a higher level in order to prevail, because you're educating people to overcome their ignorance and their prejudices. And those prejudices exist. We wish they didn't, but they do. And so where they exist, I think it's incumbent upon all of us, both those of us who are lucky enough to be in the majority and those who are in the minority but have an opportunity to prove the naysayers wrong and to set an example to the next generation that makes this a more equal society. We see it all around us, and the more people like Reggie there are, the faster we'll get to the right place.
I would say embrace the rejections, because I got a lot of no's even in sort of the working world and in the build up to the working world. I guess they make for a better story, and through that you're just going to be able to inspire and help a lot more people. So I would say don't take the no's as gospel, use it and embrace it and use it as like the petrol for you to get through to wherever you need to be.
Okay, so I'm sure most of us were able to listen to the video. I would just like to have 2, maximum 3 comments on what are your major takeaway from the video. Let's just do this 30 seconds, please, sharp. Why am I seeing the regular hands? Some people are not talking. I will start pointing people. I'll start pointing people that are not speaking. You think you can hide, Abby? So I'll start pointing people that are not speaking. Okay. Priscilla, I can see you. Priscilla Moses. Even though you don't raise up your hand, tell us. Anyway, those people that are raising up your hand, don't worry, I see you, but I want to talk to some quiet people in the room. Priscilla Moses, so yeah, talk to us. Unmute your mic. Sharp. 30 seconds, tell us what's. Your network is bad. Couldn't follow through the video. Oh, sorry, Umba. Priscilla, what is happening? Okay, why Priscilla is still trying to talk to us. Let's see. Who are those people who are not talking here? Olaito, Ramon. Ramon, what's your takeaway from the video?
Yeah, my takeaway on the video is that when someone don't need to relearn, you need to work to achieve your aim. That we should, that my own takeaway is that we shouldn't think that something is impossible.
Okay, beautiful. Aziz Adebayo, you have been raising up your hands, and I'm not sure you have spoken since. So go ahead. Oh, sorry, Kendi. Sorry for that. Adebayo, we are waiting for you. Unmute yourself and go ahead. Just tell us, what's your greatest takeaway? Aziz Adebayo, I can't hear you.
So I think his network is bad.
Okay. Okay, Chima, can you talk to us?
All right, sir. This video actually is very, very inspiring, honestly, I must say. Okay, my major takeaway is that I think ability to think outside the box and go extra miles to make
Beautiful.
sure that dream job, you get it.
Beautiful. I love that. Think outside the box and go extra mile. Do what the normal average job seeker is not doing. So he went to a neighboring, not a neighboring, a location where we have the wealthy people, and was asking them, what's the secret? How did you do it? Remember, he didn't ask them for a job, which everybody, we see a HR person, see a manager, please help me now, job. The question that he was asking was an intelligent question. A question that said, man, this guy is... Please mute yourself. I can see here background, some people. So that was very, so he took up the courage and went to a wealthy neighbor. So we are not saying you should do exactly the same. Maybe you may apply that in Nigeria, it may not work. The idea is not about what he did exactly, but is the thought process that I want you to follow, the principle of saying, what can I do differently that my other colleagues will not be doing? That's the idea for me. So for people who could not hear the audio, it's just a story of this young guy. He has not entered into university yet. He has a single mom. His dad is late, and he just went to a place. Please mute your mic. Somebody's mic is still on. I have Emmanuel and Daramola, please mute your mic, please. Okay, so he went to a place where you have wealthy people and he was knocking on doors from one door to the other. Please tell me about your secret or how you were able to build wealth. I want to learn and all that. Some he got rejection, and this one man was just fascinated and interested in him and decided to mentor him. And he did something like an internship in this man's company. So the question is, what are you doing differently from the regular or normal job seekers? That is a question for you. So let's jump into our slides and continue with so this, I think this is the only class activity that will do that require group. So I don't know how we are going to do this, but let me just state, name 3 creative, so name one way. I want to make it simple so we don't waste time. So let's shorten this class activity because of time. So let's go straight. Name one approach of job search that is different from what the average job seeker do. In your team, come up with at least 2 unique ideas of how to get a job. So let's boil it down to 1. So let's Bukola, please, you will divide them into a group of 4, and then we spend the next 5-7 minutes. You can set it to 7 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So that they can discuss within themselves how. So this is what I will recommend. You can identify a company and you can identify a role to make it more practical. So take, for example, MTN is a company that we want to work in. You can choose any company. It doesn't have to be a known company. It can be any regular company, a small company. To make it more real and more practical, please, can somebody mute? This thing is distracting. Please, confidence, mute your mic, please. Mute your mic. Okay. Okay, so you can choose a company. I'm just using MTN as an example, but you can choose small company. It doesn't matter the company you choose, it's irrelevant. Choose a company, choose a role. Say, for example, customer service or Joke and Sons Limited. They are into fashion design. They're looking for a customer service person. Now, your group should say, how best can I get this job in this company? What approach are we going to use to get a job in that company? So I'm just using this as an example. So that is what your group will do. The group that have the most unique idea wins. Let's just put it that way. So Bukola, we are about, how many of us are here? Minus
27 participants, minus yourself.
Minus myself. So let's do like, if we do 4, is an average of 7. So let's come up, so let's come up with just 4 simple groups and just put them in their various groups. Once you enter your group, brainstorm, and one person will present. Choose the one person that will present. When you are presenting, you have just 1 minute to present. What are you presenting? You are coming. I'm representing group. Give your name. Give your group a name. Can come up with any name. That is not. Just come up with any name. I'm representing team blah 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 blah, and this is our approach to job. This is the company that we are looking at. They are into fashion, and this is the job we are looking at. This is our approach to getting a job in this company. This is fiction. So you can say, so they have put up a rule. The company can either put up a vacancy or they may not put up a vacancy. There are people who have gotten a job in a company that without vacancy. There are some that got the job with a vacancy. So whichever one you decide. So Bukola, over to you. So they will come back ensure they come back in 7 minutes time. That is by 12:30. Let everybody come by 12:35. We are all back.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
12:35. Just ensure that everybody's back. 12:35.
Sorry, we didn't get the full instruction before some of us were breaking out. Right?
I don't know if network is no, I don't know why it's not working now.
Enough for 20 days, so we don't really know what to do. So we do get an update.
Hello, guys.
Hello. I can hear you.
Hello.
I can hear you, Adebayo.
Hello. So I'm trying to figure out my group member. That's what I'm trying to do.
I've even joined you with another group. You are just leaving and going out, and time is up already. It's mainly 2 minutes.
Network.
I tried adding
Just the
you.
network. I don't
I
know.
add you, still leave.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Yes, Latifa. Sir, the participants are back. Sir, the participants are back.
Let's go, Superdog. The fun's just beginning. You know, I think we have different definitions of fun. Now prepare yourself. You're about to experience something open and very dangerous.
Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. No.
Okay. Okay, so quickly, let's have the first group. Please just volunteer so that we don't waste time. We have less than 20 minutes and we have a lot to cover. So please do us a favor by just coming to present to us under 1 minute. So the first group, please, let's go ahead.
Sir, serially, or we can just choose to go first. Whoever comes first, serially, or because we are.
No, you can choose. You can choose. You can choose to go. Whoever is representing that group should just come up and let's just have your presentation.
All right, sir. So we are group 6, and we are 3. We are 3 members, Medinat and Anna, and we are able to brainstorm. All right, can you hear me now, sir? Can you hear, sir?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, our group consists of 3 members. Our group consists of 3 members, of which I made the 3rd person. We have Medinat and Anna. And so we spoke on how we could get a job without being publicized, without a job that is not yet publicized. Anna gave a suggestion that since LinkedIn is a very good method of getting jobs that are not really publicized, she said we could always go to the profiles of high-profile people. We can look into the profile of high-profile people, then we take the chance of communicating with such people, and after communicating with them, we get to tell them what we can offer them. Why Mrs. Medina said we should prove to them what we can do. And so because the world, the business world today is very practical. They want what we can do. They want the skill, they want what we can give them. And so we said to be able to convince them that we can get the job, we are going to send them a portfolio. Like we are seeking for a job in a telecommunication company. And so we know what one of the necessary skills is the good communication skill. And so we're going to do a short video of ourselves, probably a voice. We're going to do a short video of ourselves doing a presentation to convince them that we are capable of doing the job. Probably we do a voiceover together, or we come together, do a good presentation like an audition, like doing a presentation. Then we send it as a portfolio to them.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Bayemi.
All right, sir.
Sir, are you here?
Who's presenting? Do that quickly, please, because of time.
Okay, group 1. Good morning. Okay, good afternoon, sir. So I'm in group 1, and can you hear me, please? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in group 1, and the question is, what approach can we use to get a job in the company? So we decided to go with an NGO, Donors for Africa Foundation. Donors for Africa Foundation is a non-profit organization working actively with the social impact leaders, organizations, philanthropists, and investors to break poverty cycle with a vision to provide long-lasting solution to a global challenge on the African continent. So that's what it is basically. So they are determined to build a better world by strengthening their mission-driven Africa social innovators' strength and all of that, and to create a sustainable organization. So the approach our approach of getting a job in this company, we are looking at going with job fairs. So while brainstorming, we concluded that job fairs they are excellent ways to learn about companies at once. Universities and companies often host job fairs, and then there are organizations that by industries, although some have companies across many job sectors. So while attending the job fair, we plan to research about the employers that will be there. Then also we learn about what kind of candidates they are looking for and what job openings they have. So if it's something we are going for, and then we know that probably they are looking for graphic designers, while researching about the employers, we'll have to, before going for the job fair, we'll have to design some things about the company, some eye-catching things that we've made our research on their social media pages. So we would have made our research, then design something similar to what you talked about earlier, design something about design that they've done already. So just bring our creativity to life. They'll bring a bunch of printed resumes, design business cards for them and some flyers, and then we'll hand it over to them. We'll hand it over to the employers at the job fairs, and then hopefully we get something. And another thing we concluded was about volunteering. So as we all know that most people don't really enjoy volunteering, so everybody wants to be paid, but then we just have to do it because volunteering at an organization is one way to increase your chances of getting a job there. So for non-profit, it's actually a good way to start. If they see that you are a hard worker and someone needs to go to the organization, you may be more qualified when a paying job comes up. So it's always a good way to start. So even if we feel, even if we don't get a job there, having volunteer experience looks good on our resume to expand our network and also help us to learn about roles that we may want to pursue in the nearest future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chizoba. The next group.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, yeah. Daniel. 1 minute, yes, please.
I'm representing room 2. So okay. We comprise of Chima, Latifa, and Gideon. So we are 4 in number. So we brainstorm on a particular job in a real estate firm. So there was no adverts as regards the placement or vacancy. So we've identified to be the agent. I mean to render services in terms of construction, either civil or residential. So we plan to. I mean we brainstorm to present a short video about what we have done, our previous job, the success we've achieved in it, and then we also did a presentation. We plan to present physically what we have achieved so far. So and then we plan to visit them if required. So we can interact with them physically. So thank you, sir.
Okay. The last group.
Hello.
The last group. Okay. Umba, go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome back.
Can you? Yes. So the last room 5, we had just me and Kehinde in the room. So and we considered a company, MTN, and the position customer service. Although there was no advert here, but I and Kehinde considered the fact that this firm, they need people that are talented, people that are experienced. So even though there was no advert for it, so we felt the way to go about it is to try and use LinkedIn, being a professional platform to connect with the company. So we thought of making research about the key people in the company, so connect with them using LinkedIn. Then just to stay engaged with them over time by following their posts and trying to see how we can connect with them better, with their programs and services and all that. So Then when it's time for us, prior to the time where they will now make this thing, then we can then make our intentions known to them. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I kind of like your approach. First, building relationship before going ahead to talk about your requesting. So I'm sure all of us did a very good job. I just wanted to give you an idea of how to really brainstorm on it, your job search, so that you don't just do the normal, regular thing that people are doing. Look, let me be honest with you. Applying for jobs strategically takes a lot of work, but it takes a shorter time to get a job than the normal way you have been doing. So are you willing to pay the price? You know, because at times I hear some of you talk about research. It's not easy. You have to research a company. Sometimes research what their competitors are doing and say, okay, see what your competitors are doing. At times, even research what their customers are saying. Sometimes you can do a survey and send the survey to customers that are actually buying or using the service of DC and do an analysis, do a report and send to them. They will say, what? Are this what our customers say? You just do a detailed report on that survey and do recommendation. And see, you don't need to do all these things yourself. Hello, please, can you mute your mic? I'm still hearing a lot of noise. So you don't need to do this yourself. You can ask people to help you on this and come up with a solution and all that. You know, people are once you do that, don't send it to anybody. If possible, send it to the MD, CEO, maybe marketing manager, decision maker, not just anybody. Thanks for LinkedIn. You can use LinkedIn to connect with them and say, sir, I have something very important that I can share about your business that you will be interested in. People want to hear that. And all that. So those are one of the unconventional, out of the box approach to getting a job. And even though they advertise for that job, there are also smarter ways to approach that job. Okay, so I sent a survey, and I'm sure almost all of you, if not all of you, filled the survey. And this is the result of the survey. I'm sure you can see it. I say which of the one best describes where you spend most of your time looking for a job. We have 36% LinkedIn. We have a huge chunk on online, about 51%, which by the way is very instructive. So if you want to get a job quicker, I encourage you to use LinkedIn. If you're not an active LinkedIn user and you're a job seeker, I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't be spending more time on Facebook and Instagram. If you are looking for a job, you should be spending more of your time on LinkedIn, understanding how LinkedIn works and how you can use it to your own advantage. Because the HRO, the MD, the CEOs, they are there. They are there, and there's a better way to approach it. So spend more time there rather than spending more time on Facebook and Instagram that is not helping you. Except, of course, maybe you're running a side business and you're using those as a tool to promote your business, then it makes sense. I say, how many times have you applied for a job? And I'm surprised to notice that a 42% just say 1 to 3. If you're looking for a job, active looking for a job, and you just apply 1 to 3 times in a month, I'm afraid you're not putting enough effort. You're not putting enough effort. Only 15.2% say they have applied from 10 to 12. Now, I agree that it's not by the numbers of application that you do, but it's the quality of the application. However, numbers still, just imagine you do more application and quality application at the same time. Your chances of getting a job is very, very high. Do you have a structured way of applying for a job, meaning a plan, a whooping sum of 66% do not have a clear plan. So if they just wake up, there's job here, let's apply. No goal that you have set. You don't have a plan. Say, this week, I'm going to make friends with 10 HR people on LinkedIn. That's a plan. This week, I'm going to look for a place to volunteer. You know, those are clear plans that you follow. Not just thinking, there's no job, or what do we do? You need to have a plan week by week, month by month, day by day on how to. And when I ask what's the reason why you're not getting a job, many people, majority of you say, I don't have the right skills. And thank God for KEC. What we are going through now is we help you develop the skills. The next one is there is no job, enough job. That's not true. There's so many jobs. And I say this from, I belong to a lot of HRO groups, and I have a lot of HRO friends. There are a lot of jobs. The problem is that we don't have enough people, the right people to fill that job. Trust me, they are. I'm not good at interviews. So let me go straight to my slide. Because of the limited time, I apologize in advance that I may not be able to finish my slide, but definitely you will get the slides. Let's try and see how we can rush through and do the best that we can. So we have done our class. So employers are frustrated by going through lots of resume. And the question is, how can you stand out from the crowd? There are a lot of people who are looking for the same thing you are looking for. What is that thing that is different about you? Do you really know it? This is why you need to really sit down and write down what is unique about me that cannot be found in somebody else. Not just what is unique about me. What is that unique thing about me that employers are looking for? Have you been able to articulate this? And so we have what we call the blue ocean strategy. I'll talk more about this later. So these are the 3 ways to market yourself. Not just online, but even offline. So let's start with you. So I break it down into 3. 1 is about you. 2 is about promotion, how you sell yourself. 3 is about positioning, place. Where are the jobs? So let's look at you. It all begins with understanding who you are, which is, take yourself as the product that somebody wants to buy. Knowing what you want and learning how to get it. You must do a self-assessment. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You write it down. So there's a workbook, Bukola, I'm sure Bukola will send to you. Take your time, write your strengths down. What am I very good at? What are my strengths? And strength could be, maybe you have a network of people. You know people. Your strength could be you know how to speak very well. Your strength could be even you know how to play instruments. What are those things that you are good at? So your strength could be your talent, for example. Your strength could even be that you graduated with a first class, or you went to a very prestigious university, for example. These are the plus. So identify what are your strengths. Your strength could be that you learn very, very fast. What it takes maybe 3 weeks for somebody to learn, it will take you 3 days to learn. That is a strength. You understand? Your strength could be language. You are good at picking language. You can speak 3, 4 languages. These are strengths. So identify your strength, identify your weakness also. Because if you know your weakness, you will know how to manage your weakness. So know about yourself. Don't assume that you know. Sit down and do a self-assessment. There's also a workbook that Bukola will send to you, which you'll be able to do, that will help you to just write some of these things. Have a personal development plan and fill in the gaps. Be clear on what you want. One thing that irritates me is that when you ask somebody, I'm looking for a job, or what kind of job are you looking for? Anyone. Just give me any job. Once you say that, the person knows that you are not serious at all. You have to know exactly what kind of job you want. And you can't know the job that you want until you have done a typical self-assessment by asking yourself, what do I love doing? What do I enjoy doing? What is that problem that I want to solve? What am I interested in? What is that thing that I do easily, naturally, without, what is that thing that when I start doing it, I lost track of time? They will even call me, come and eat. So I will just forget myself because this is my zone. What is that thing that I want to do? What change do I want to bring in the world? You have to identify that particular thing that you want to do and look what job aligns with this thing that I'm passionate about. You have to be clear on what you want. Don't just say any job. Once you say any job, you put people off, and it's very difficult to help such kind of people. Be productively engaged even though you don't have a job yet. One of the things I hear people say, you can't be spending 5 months, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month looking for a job. The only thing you are doing is to look for a job. Because if I interview you, I say, okay, you have not had a job in the past 5 months. It's not your fault. But I'll ask you, in these 5 months, what are those things that you have been doing to keep yourself productive? Maybe you are good in mathematics. You start a math class for people who are writing JAM, for example, to help young people in your community to pass JAM. That is something productive. What you have to be doing something. Maybe for example, for those of us who are Christian, you are in your church and the church social media is so not there because you have learned 1 or 2 things on social media. You say, you know what, I take up the social media in my media department in my church. I will help you handle that. That thing that you are doing can be used in interview and you will be considered. But if you tell me you are just looking for a job for 3 months, 2 months, 5 months, only and not giving people value, either in your church, in your mosque, opening a lesson, starting a small business, or doing something that is productive, nobody is going to touch you. They will feel that you don't have initiative and you are not resourceful. So these are the 3 things you must start doing while looking for a job, because you have to be the person that the employer will be lucky to have. It's just like marriage. Many people are looking for the right partner. The question is, are you the right partner too? The focus is on the other person. What of you? Because the other person is also looking for the right partner. Just as you're looking for the job, don't forget that your employer is also looking for the right person to employ. The question is, am I the right person? Now, don't be in a hurry to answer that question. The question will depend on, are you knowledgeable? Do you have the skill? And do you have the right attitude towards job? So in terms of knowledge, if you are interested in graphic design, for example, do you understand the graphic design industry? Who are the top players in your industry? Who are the best graphic designers in Nigeria, in Africa, in the world? Do you know them? Do you follow their YouTube page, their Instagram page, and all that? You can't be saying that I'm interested in graphics. It's not just about designing graphics. You have to understand. Do you understand colors, for example, typography, and all those things the terms that graphic design use? When graphic design meet graphic designer, those kind of terms that they use. Or if you're in HRO, do you know the irregular terms that they use? Oh, I want to do HRO. And knowledge does not require you to have experience. Knowledge is in the internet. So whether you have experience or not, everybody have access to knowledge. You can't say I'm a data analyst and don't know the language of data analysts. So you have to read about your industry. What are the latest technology or terminology commonly used in your profession or industry? So if you are engaging somebody, say, I'm really interested in this job. When you're putting, the same jargons that they use in that industry, you say, this person is knowledgeable. You can engage somebody even though you don't have experience yet. That's the idea. What are the challenges common with this industry? Compare these companies with their counterparts abroad. You study, if you're interested in going into non-profit, into telecommunication, do you understand telecommunication, not just in Nigeria, but even in abroad? What are the issues around it? So knowledge is free. And with this one, you can, so when you're having an interview, they will respect you because of the depth of knowledge that you have, even though you don't have experience. The second one is skill. We have what we call employability skill, technical skill, and digital skill. Employability skill is what you are doing currently at KEC, which are the regular skills that everybody should have, irrespective of your profession. You must know how to work with people. You must know you must have good communication skills. These are basic skills. Technical skills are specific to your job function, HRO, digital marketing, accounting, a data analyst. These are specific technical skills. You must have the technical. Then digital skills is, because of COVID-19, no matter what you do, I don't care what you do. If you don't know how to use technology to drive whatever you do, you are going to struggle. Whether you are a comedian, you are an actor, you are selling bole, whatever you are doing, having digital skills would, stand you out and will give you access to the world. Attitude. I call these are some of the soft things. What kind of attitude or mindset is required for the kind of job? There are some jobs that requires a lot of patience. There are some jobs that requires attention to details, like accounting, that has to do with numbers. It's not that attention to detail is not required in all courses, but there are some that it is highly required. If you're a quality assurance person, for example, you need to be a highly detailed person, quality control people, and things like that. So what is your unique selling point? What value are you exactly bringing to the table? Please, when you leave here today, write this. What is that thing that I'm selling? It could be your experience, it could be your skills, it could be whatever it is. Like I said in the beginning, don't say, I have this ability to solve problems. You must show evidence of how you have done it in the past. So what is that thing that will sell me to employers? You have to write it down. You have to know it. Don't assume that you know it. Write it down so that it helps you in your interaction with people, not just in interview, but when you network and you go to maybe job fair, for example, you can easily sell yourself. So there's an assessment, SWOT analysis that Bukola will send to you later. Now, the promotion part is now that you have an idea of what you are capable of doing, which is self-knowledge, you need to know how you can sell yourself. And these are the 6. This list is not exhaustive, but we have more than this. So your CV, how well is your CV? I'm sure you have a class on CV and cover letter, so I'm not going to be talking in depth on that. Your elevator pitch is the same question I asked you guys initially. How do you come about the word elevator pitch? It simply means that if you are in a high-rise building, a 10-story building, and you see yourself in the elevator with the HRO manager of the company that you are interested in, what would you tell that HRO manager before you reach the 5th floor, where she will be highlighting, where she'll be leaving the elevator itself? Because it will take less than a minute for you to have that conversation. Before she gets to her destination, what will you tell her that will make, you know what you're saying is interesting. Please let me have your number. We can continue the conversation. What is that thing you are going to tell her? That's what we call an elevator pitch. A 1-minute pitch that tells your value of what you can contribute. Then in terms of articles, for those who are writers, please, if you know how to write very well, put stories together. I don't know, this is your biggest opportunity. So use your LinkedIn to put articles, put short stories, put posts, and things like that people can read. Just do this consistently. It may not work day one, The goal is consistency. Over a period of time, people will begin to know you. You will create a reputation for yourself. So don't just do it 1 week. Nothing happened. No. So success doesn't happen that way. It has some level of commitment. At times you can do video. Do video. You can even say, okay, if you are interested in a particular field, you can do video and interview people who are experts in that field and just share knowledge on your YouTube page and your social media. Just give value. Over a period of time, this guy has been doing this thing. Let's call him for this kind of job and opportunity. Consistency again is the game. The last one is mastering interview basic question. I'm surprised when people are saying they just go to an interview and they know some basic question that they must ask them. Tell us about yourself. They know that one is guaranteed. If they can't guess the rest question, this one they know that they must ask them. Yet they still fumble at it. So you must ask yourself, what are those common questions that they are regularly asking me during interview? How can I master them? Tell us about yourself. Why should we employ you? Why did you leave this job? Basic things. Do you have this skill? Basic things that they will ask, master them before you go into that interview. So there are many ways we can, these are different approaches to getting a job. I hope I still have time. So let's just rush through it. Through job application. This is a regular one that everybody does. You see a job advert and you apply for it. Why this is the most commonest way, you can still do this effectively. And the number one way to do this is ensuring that you have a good CV that is where you have your keywords. They are going to talk a lot about CV. I'm sure you have CV classes. That is if you have not done it already. So make sure your CV makes a lot of sense. Then you apply. When you apply, please don't just attach your CV if you are sending via email and leave everything blank. It puts off a lot of HR manager. At least type an introductory email. Hello, if you don't know the hiring manager's name, hello, hiring manager. I am applying for this role. Attach my CV and all that. Or you could do a simple cover letter rather than just forward your CV and send empty mail. The subject of your mail must always be the name of the role. Don't ever miss it. The subject of the mail should be the name of the role that you're applying for. Then through network, we always say that you are 4 persons away from anybody on the face of the planet. There's somebody you know that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows Barack Obama. There's somebody you know that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows Buhari. Just mention anybody in the world. Statistics show that you are 4 persons away from any human being on the surface of the earth. So what does that mean? Network is a powerful tool of reaching people. So remember, when you are networking, both online and offline, this applies both. Do not ask people for a job when you are meeting me for the first time. It's a no. You meet somebody for the first time, please, I'm looking for a job. The person has cousins. The person also has friends that are also looking for a job. Why should I give you, a stranger, a job? So if you're meeting somebody for the first time, either online or offline, you don't approach the person and ask something for yourself. That's a selfish approach to networking. Number 2, nobody can help you get what you want if you don't know what you want. So for example, if the person says, okay, if somebody asks you, what job are you looking for? Any job. Any job. No, you have to be clear what you are looking for. Another thing is that how many people know about what you want to do? Each and every one of you, ask yourself, your cousin, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your network of people. If I ask them, what do you think Gideon would like to do in terms of job? Will all of them give me different answers? Like me, everybody knows what I do. You know, if I need a job now, everybody knows the kind of job they sent to me when I was job hunting. So it's very important that if people don't know what you want, it is difficult for them to help you. If today you tell this person real estate, the other day you tell person fashion design, that is going to be a problem. But if everybody know that this guy, he has been shouting data analyst, everybody know, your cousin know, your sister know, your brother know, your friend know, they know in church, they know in mosque, wherever, they just know that this is what you are up to, this is what you are doing. It's easy to help you. Now, the final one is that be genuinely interested in the person. When you meet people, also be concerned because everybody has a need, including Dangote. As rich as Dangote, he has a need though. People just assume that successful people do not have needs. And that is why if you want to get a mentor, no people just say, hey, please be my mentor. Look for a book or, give your mentor, your potential or would-be mentor something or compliment them. Maybe you see a post that they have written. I really enjoyed this post. I applied this principle that you talked about in this post and my life really changed. I just want to appreciate you. That alone will just bust their brain, like they would say in local palace, because you are giving them a need of satisfaction that what I'm doing is really impacting lives. Or maybe they have a project they are doing that, please, I want to volunteer. I'm aware that you're organizing an event. Please, can I volunteer to help you put these events together and all that? Genuinely be interested in people and help them. Know what they love. Be interested in them. Call them or send them a message during their birthday. When people know that you are genuinely interested in them, they will also want to help you. So don't start a relationship thinking only about yourself. Even though you don't have a job, you don't have money, there's something that you can give to people, even if you just to appreciate them and compliment them. So you have network. Take advantage of your network from your mosque, your church, your association, your alumni, professional organization. If you look around, there are a lot of network around you. The other one is volunteer or internship opportunity. You can volunteer or do an internship. Thank God for this KEC program that gives you opportunity for internship. So one of the ways to get internship or volunteer position is identify what you want first. Like I said, you start, what do you want? I want to be a HRO, graphic designer, data analyst. Once you know that, identify the skills and knowledge gap. What do I need to know how to do? Since I've identified that I want to do HRO. Identify how to fill that gap. How do you intend to improve your skills and knowledge? Identify the sector or company. Do your research using various ways to help you identify these companies. So look for companies that are ready to take intern for HRO position. Again, when we are talking of internship and volunteer, people tend to look at big corporations like MTN, big banks. They are not likely to take you. Look for small businesses because those are the people that are looking for, young people to help them with one or two things. If you put your mind on Shell, Chevron, bros, the chances that they will take you for an internship or volunteer is slim because there's a lot of competition. I mean, everybody wants to work for Shell and all that. So look for small companies or SMEs that you can do your intern for. So apply, you can send your application to them. even though they didn't ask for vacancy, and I will show you how to do that in a minute. Wait for their response and make sure be consistent. So this is an example of something that I've sent in the past. I did it actually for somebody. I say, hello, sir or madam. It's better if you know the person's name, which we can do, by the way, by researching the person. I mean, everybody's information is online. So it's easy to know the CEO or the MD of a particular company. It's easy. My name is Jane, and I have been very inspired with the work you have been doing, particularly in the interior design industry. I have a strong interest in design. This person is in the interior design industry. The person just finished learning interior design in a like a 4 weeks program. Early this year, I enrolled in one of the best interior design schools in Lagos to pursue this passion. I'll be rounding up shortly, and I am looking for opportunity to undertake my internship with a reputable interior company like yours. You see, that's a way of even praising them. I am therefore seeking an opportunity to intern with your highly esteemed organization. Beyond my design experience, now this is very beautiful. I have worked as a sales manager at a retail phone shop where I have developed practical skill in customer relation, record keeping, sales, leadership, and interpersonal skills. Why is this important? Yes, I'm coming as an intern, but I have some experience and skill that I'm bringing on board that could even help your business. So I'm not just coming to learn, but I'm also bringing value with me. I will be happy to use this experience in addition to my design skills in adding value to your organization as an intern. I look forward to your kind response. We sent this to over 10 people, and one person responded immediately and called this person for an interview. So this is practical, this is not theory. I'm sure Bukola will be able to share this template for you. You don't need to do exactly copy and paste. Just adapt, understand the principle behind it, and you can tweak and send. We call this cold email, meaning that a company is not opening, have an internship, but you are sending this application to them. So another approach is what I call solution selling. Solution selling is simply what I said initially. You are a graphic designer. You look at a particular small company. All their designs are poorly made. And you believe that with good graphic design, it will attract more clients. So what is solution selling? Solution selling is looking at the gap in a company, developing the solution to meet that gap, write them a proposal, and say, you know what, I noticed this is wrong. I'm sending you this proposal and I can show you how to do it. In fact, I've done it. Can you give me the opportunity to share with you what I've done? Finding a way to send it to the decision maker, CEO, HRO, and prepare to present your solution. This is solution selling. You identify a problem in a company and you develop the solution, you send them a proposal. So if you send them a proposal and the chances that they call you is high. If you try it for one, if it doesn't work, you try it for 5, 10 people that have similar problem. The last one is what I call the pull effect. This has to do with just showing up. If you are somebody who is always talking about maybe data analyst, you are a data analyst, and you are good with Excel, and you share short videos on how to manipulate numbers and all that, you are constantly posting it. People will naturally come to look for you. So this one, you're not looking for a job. People are coming to you because of your consistently putting yourself out there about the things that you do. So if you are a person who knows how to sing, for example, and you do short songs and you put it online, or you know how to play keyboard, for example, and you put your clips of how you are playing keyboard every week and all that, maybe somebody can hire you and pay you some money as one of their keyboardists, maybe in their church, in their music band, or wherever they play keyboard and things like that. So that's what I call the pull effect. The pull effect works when you consistently put out certain things about yourself within a long period of time and you build reputation for that particular field. Then the last one is true mentorship. You have somebody who will mentor you. The beautiful thing about this program that you have mentors. So I'm not going to go too much about this because KC has made the job easy for you, but you can just go through this in your slide. So let's jump to LinkedIn quickly. Please, so let me round up with this LinkedIn. LinkedIn, please complete your profile on your LinkedIn. Put the right photograph. Always put a photograph on your LinkedIn. You have a chances of getting people, making people connect with you on LinkedIn when you have a photograph. And put the right photograph. Put a photograph that will make people want to really, really meet you. Don't put a photograph on the beach, something more professional. Your title bar must be very catchy. Don't write under your name, looking for a job. Once you do that, you have driven people away. So you can write aspiring HRO professional. That is if you have not gotten any HR role, and HR role is what you are looking for. Those are the kind of heading you should use. But the most important thing is that try and complete your profile. Then once you complete your profile, start sending invites to people, connect with people as much as possible. Because once you don't complete your profile, once you try to connect with people, people want to check, okay, who should I accept this person request? Okay, let me check out the person and see the kind of person he or she is. Once they look at your profile, they don't see something, this doesn't look like something I will connect with. They reject your decision. So that's why it is important to complete your profile first before you go ahead to try to connect to HRO, MD, CEOs, or people in your own industry. Graphic designers, for example, if you're a graphic design person. So I think I've said this. This is just an example of somebody who used LinkedIn to get opportunities. So there are times you can sell yourself on LinkedIn. Say, hello, I'll be rounding up my National Youth Service on the 4th May 2017. I'm skilled in content writing and development, social and content writing and development, social media management and public relations. Would also like to delve into marketing and sales for an FCMG, suppose an FMCG. Please, if you hear or see anything in line with this job or graduate training, feel free to buzz me or push my profile forward. Thank you in advance. And these were the responses that were coming. People were suggesting response. Somebody just said, kindly send me your CV and all that. So you could put out yourself out there. This elevator pitch we are talking about, it could be on your LinkedIn. You could sell yourself on LinkedIn and maybe tag some HR people. These are one of the ways you could sell yourself. So I've talked about tips about networking. So Pareto principle. So what is Pareto principle? Pareto principle simply says that what 20% of your job hunting activities or time would produce 80% of the results. This can be a difference between being effective and efficient. Always ask yourself, there are many things that you can do to start getting your job, getting a job. You can spend your time applying for a job, you can spend your time networking, you can spend your time writing your CV. Among all the activities, what are those activities that are likely to increase the odds of you getting a job? One of them is, so you can identify, volunteer can increase my ability to get a job. Connecting with HRO people or people that are in my industry can. So spend more time in doing those things. You can't be spending equal time doing all your activities at the same time. Spend more time in those activities that will give you more results. And finally, you must learn how to set specific goals. We have what we call the SMART goal, which is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. It's called SMART. So an example is to earn a total amount of 200,000 in the next 3 months. Not just say, how much do you want to earn? I want to earn a lot of money. A lot of money is not specific. 200,000 is specific and it's time bound. In the next 3 months, by December 1st, I should have earned so amount. So those are specific ways. So I know I've been talking to a lot, and please forgive me because I know I've spent more than the time allocated to me. So let's round up with this. I think I'm. So that's all. So developing a job hunting plan, which you'll be given, like I said, list all the activities you need to focus on during your job search. Prioritize these activities. Set a goal using the SMART model. Break down your goal into daily, weekly, and monthly plan. Have an accountability partner and evaluate and assess yourself. So this is how your plan will go like week 1, for example. What will I do in week 1? For example, apply to 10 companies this week. It's very specific. Or connect to 50 HR managers on my LinkedIn. It's specific. What is the timeline? Connect to 50 HR partners on or before Friday this week. That's the timeline. What is the status? At the end of the week, done. Work in progress, yet to be done. Key performance indicators. Key performance indicators is that if
So
you
we
apply,
can't see the screen.
you can't see what?
The screen. There's a dark something covering it.
Okay, let me share again. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so they're finally learning from my weekly review. So in week 1, if you do all the activities, at the end of the day, if you send 10 CVs and nobody responds to you, you should review what you are doing. Don't just keep on doing things over and over again and expecting a different result. If you are connecting to 50 HR and nobody accepts your connection, there must be something you are doing wrong. So the whole idea is that every week, at the end of the week, I will review the activities I've been doing. What have I done well that I can continue doing? What have I not done well that I can tweak to see if week 2 will be better and things like that? Oh, I've gone for interview this week. How did I approach an interview? What could I have done better? So you're keeping a record of how you are doing better rather than just continue. You just be sending CV, nobody is answering me, but you are not asking those deep questions. Or you can, I've been sending this CV, nobody is answering me. Talk to a HR professional, a counselor, please help me look at this CV. Maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. You are being very proactive rather than just sitting and relaxing. The country is bad, there's no job, nobody's here to help me, and things like that. You must continue to search inward. There's always something you're not doing right that is making you not to get the result that you are looking for. So thank you very much, everyone. This is a time for question and answer as we round off. So I will just take 3 questions. Hopefully, if you have other questions, you can pass it through Bukola and I'll be happy to answer all your questions. I'll be able to take just 3 questions.
So I think it's not a question actually, but where I needed in-depth explanation or analysis was the LinkedIn profiling or LinkedIn profile. So I don't know whether this training, the soft skill, has a portion where or a time where we'll be discussing that. Then if not, I would like you to say one or two about the LinkedIn profile. Then if you have a template that works, you can also help us out.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I want to appreciate you for taking our time to teach us on LinkedIn.
Sorry, can I respond? Sorry, if you don't mind. Can I respond to the first person's question so I don't
Okay.
mix things?
Okay.
Okay. So Like I said, because of time, I may not be able to go in depth into LinkedIn. I usually have classes specially for LinkedIn sessions. And so maybe you can make arrangements with Bukola, and we can have, I would prefer that it's done on Saturday because I will only have time on Saturdays. And so we can fix any time as long as it's between 10 to 4. We can do a class between 10 to 4. So Bukola can arrange it, or you guys as a team can just arrange it. Anybody who's interested for that session, fine. I'll be able to pick one of the Saturdays to do that. Anytime between 10 to 4 of any of these Saturdays.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I think I will personally remind Ms. Bukola about that.
Oh. Okay, the other person, second person.
As I was saying, the first time I had contact with you was long time ago at KEC. I came for a short training, a day training.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed myself. And this is the second contact, the second time.
Wow.
My question goes like this. My question goes like this. I want to know how to measure my progress, my performance on LinkedIn, because the achievements I have on LinkedIn now, after the training, the last training long time ago that I had with you, was that now I have people that view my LinkedIn account, but I have a restriction because I cannot know exactly who viewed my account. The only thing is I can see their company, where they work, their sector, and the company as a whole, but I cannot see them in person. So the only thing LinkedIn will tell me is that I should subscribe for premium membership, then I'll be able to view. So, but I want to ask, how else can I measure my progress on LinkedIn? And how can I try to view, those people that have viewed my account? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Measuring progress. I think progress for me in LinkedIn is what is your level of interaction? So for example, you've just even stated one of the progress. How many people have viewed your accounts? Because if people are constantly viewing your account, it shows that there's something you are doing that people are interested in. There was a time, because of a post that I put, I saw every day, the number of people that were viewing my account was at least 5. Every day people are viewing my account. So it's a sign that, because what is progress in LinkedIn is that you are getting attention from people. You are attracting people. So viewing your account, your profile, especially if it's on a regular basis, could be one. Another way of performance, though this may, to some, it may not be performance on LinkedIn, but there's a number of connections that you have, especially quality connections. So it's not just having 5,000 connections on LinkedIn, but what's the quality of that connection? For example, I have close to 6,000, if not more. Among those 6,000, over 3,000 are HR managers alone. So there's hardly no company in Nigeria that is prominent that I don't have the HR managers direct connection. What that means is that I could directly chat with that HR manager directly. Sometimes I could even access their phone number and email addresses, because that's the beauty of direct connection and all that. So that could also be how well you are doing on LinkedIn, because performance speaks to how is this thing helping my career. The last one is, it is true that you cannot see everybody that views your profile. So if somebody views your profile, LinkedIn gives you a notification. Now, here's the trick. You can see the first 2 or 3 people that view. So if 6, 7, 8, or 10 people viewed you, you can only see the first, I think 2 or 3. You can't see the remaining people. You will need to have a premium account to view all of them. Now, how can you, if you're interested in seeing people that view your account, so that you can see, are they HR managers, are they MDs? Because sometimes, here's a trick. Once I see that somebody views my account and I know the person, maybe it's a HR, MD, very important person based on the title, I quickly send them connection requests. You know, and I even customize the connection request. They are likely to add me to their request, and we are just friends and things like that. I do that a lot. So what you can do is that LinkedIn offers a 1 month free trial version, but the challenge is that you have to use your card. So one of the things I do is that I look for a card that I'm not using frequently. For example, one of my bank, I won't mention their name, I hardly put money there, so that I don't hear stories that they mistakenly, I forgot the 1 month exceeded and they took money from me. I don't want all those stories. So I just use a card that I know that if that happens, I won't use that card in case I forget to end the 1 month subscription. And so once you do that, you have access to all the premium features of LinkedIn. So that's what I do.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
There's something I want to say that I think again is if there's a job role that, because I just achieved one job role, that's being an office clerk to Rotary International. So somebody made a comment on LinkedIn that if employers see a company, maybe an international company that is getting the vibes, it will also attract people to view. Because
exactly.
Especially big companies, if they see company that is high class too, they can also view to know what you have done there or something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you for
true.
the question. Thank you for the answer.
True. Yeah. Last question. I've not heard any female voice. No, we are in the age of you have to balance everything. So that we are not hearing. Where are the no question? If there's no question, the Chizobam and the rest of them. No question. Okay, so for really opportunity, and I'm sure that if you put into practice what you're about to do, you will definitely here that majority of God's grace, our prayers are with you, and it is in our own best interest that all of you succeed. I'm wishing all of you the best, and I'm excited to share this knowledge, this session with you. A question, anything that is bothering you, you can pass Bukola to answer those questions. And if you're interested in a LinkedIn separate class, you can make that arrangement within yourself and just organize it and let me know. Saturday, 10 a.m., between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Within that time range, I'll be happy to do a session practically on LinkedIn. It's going to be as practical as possible. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I beg to take my leave.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank
much.
you, sir.
So much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So these are the things that. So hello everyone. I'm very sure you enjoyed the session, and I'm so sorry that we took more of our time. So I would say that we'll be kickstarting the new session by 2. The second session will start by 2. So you can all go on break now, please. We'll converge here by 2. Please fill the feedback form, please. Kindly fill the feedback form, please. Thank you. I'll see you all by 2 p.m.
Okay, thank you, ma.
Thank you so much, ma.